rowdy and they're going against the grain, they're going against, the law, And so, activist was always, like a bad word. Like, you don't want to be called an activist. That means, you don't follow the rules. And, I'm a rule follower. I don't not follow the rules. But later through my work with NCAE and Organize 2020, I realized that I've always been an activist because I believe in standing up for those who can't speak for themselves. I believe in, focusing on what is good, not just for public education, but for our community and our economy. Education is the grassroots of that. When our children are educated, they can go out and be productive members of society. But we also have to remember that if we have parents that are making $7.25, those students come to school with more problems than just I forgot to do my math homework. They may not have eaten. Their shoes may be too small. You try learning when your feet hurt and your stomach is growling. You're not focusing on the lesson at hand. And so through all our work, and even today with HKOJ, I think all these collective groups coming together, the Raise Up for minimum wage, women's health, NCAE, the social workers, all of us coming together and saying, we love North Carolina. We want North Carolina to be great, and all of us working together can make that happen. Because if we raise the minimum wage, that's going to increase our state economy as a whole. And, it may even help raise teacher pay. Because, once you raise your minimum wages, all wages go up. And so this fight is not just the workers' fight. The fight for public education is just not the teachers' fight. It's everyone's fight. Because if we don't educate these children, there won't be a second generation. And I need a mechanic, I need, my heating and air conditioning man. I need teachers, to teach your children and your children's children. And so the work we're doing today will make a difference in our future lives, just like the Ella Bakers of the world that we're modeling ourselves behind now are impacting our lives. What they did before us is giving us the courage to do what we're doing now. And when you're doing good work, even if it's not the most popular stance to have, when you're doing good work and you're doing work for the right reasons, it's worth it.
How long have you been a member of Organize 2020?
I've recently started my work with Organize 2020, and that was another thing. Even when I heard of Organize 2020, I needed to know, who are these people? Because I was like, we're all NCAE members, so what is the difference between NCAE and Organize 2020?
Okay, so why did you join Organize?
And then when I found out, okay, they are doing this activism work, they are doing this grassroots work, they are, putting the issues out in the forefront and saying, let's not talk about them, let's not bullet point them, let's be on the front lines doing the work, bringing about the change. I was like, I need to be a part of these people. I need to be a part of the people who are putting in the work. And Organize 2020 is putting in the work. You get an email from Organize 2020, but it's not an email to say, forward this email or tell your friends about. It's an email to say, yeah, we're having this event. It's going to be on X day. But what can you do? What can you contribute? And it'll give you a list of things, and you get to pick. But the point is, we're all doing something, If you're good at singing, you can be on the chant leader team. If you're good at hospitality, you bring the snacks, If you're good at doing one-on-one conversations, you talk to people in the public about whatever the issue is at hand that we're talking about on that particular day. But everyone is putting in the work. There is no leadership and then worker bees. We are all the worker bees, and we're all the leadership. And so that's what I really appreciate about Organize 2020.
It seems like a good fit for teachers because teachers are doers.
Yeah.
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 But I like also that Organized 2020 doesn't just focus on education. Of course, that's our passion. But we focus on all the other social ills that affect education. So it's not just about what is this going to do for myself as an educator, or what is this going to do for my students. It's what is this going to do for our community as a whole. What is this going to do to make North Carolina great across the board.
What's your name?
Lynn Carter.
What county are you from?
Wake County.
Say Wade County?
Wake County. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wake?
Wake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Raleigh, yes.
What school are you from?
I'm from Barwell Elementary.
And what's your position in the school?
I am education support, so I do instructional support in my school.
How many classes do you bounce between?
Typically, it's 2, but I support our first grade team. So anybody, and because we're year round, we're in and out at different times. So depending on.
Typically, you work with 2 different teachers, but you said first grade team. Is it a big school or a small school? Or
Oh,
medium-sized school?
we have 7 teachers on our team.
Do you
But I don't see all 7 of them
Mm.
every day. No, no, I don't see all 7 of them every day. We truly are a team. So and because I'm not necessarily with the teachers. I work with specific students. So I may just get a few students from a different class. So it's not that I'm particularly helping 7 teachers throughout the day with different activities. I do more small group intervention.
When you're doing small group, do you typically have the what would be called an AB student, or a student that's not AB?
Typically, depending on what the activity is, typically I would work with the child that needs a little more support. And I don't want to say that they wouldn't be an AB student or whatever. It's just,
Not
whatever
an AB student yet.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's, just give extra support on that skill. And sometimes it's not that they don't know. We have, just like with adults, just like myself, you have to build that confidence so they know it's okay to speak up and say, yes, I know the right answer. And it's okay to raise your hand. Sometimes that's what I do. I have a lot of students who, they know the work, but they just need someone to say, it's okay to raise your hand. It's okay to be, to want to give the answer. So that's
does that skill set that you have, does that apply to teachers that you're working with, organizing?
Yes, because it took teachers in this union, and I'm going to use that word.
That's right.
To say to me, Lynn, I see what you're doing. I see what you're accomplishing. I think you should try this. And I would say, no, I'm not going to do that.
That's right.
Probably said that today. And they said, no, you should do that. You don't realize your skill set. You don't realize how people can relate to you. You should take this opportunity. And so a lot of what I have done in NCAE is because of other people seeing in me something that I didn't see in myself and saying, you're great, continue doing what you're doing. You're passionate about your work. You're passionate about our organization. You're passionate about children. You're passionate about educators and their work. People need to see that, where I just want to do the work and have everyone leave me alone. Even this is not me.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not, because I want to be on the other side of the wall, doing the work, getting people involved, calling, emailing, saying, come be a part of this. But I really can't ask people. That's really unfair of me, because I can't ask people to do something that I'm not comfortable doing myself. So I can't ask you to come and be a part and share your talents unless I'm willing to come and be a part and share my talents.
I'm so glad we didn't ask. We just wanted to share your story. I love it. You could talk all day. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. That's because I work with awesome people. We're all awesome.
Some great sound bites.
Yes, and I hope he takes and edits and just like, it's like a 2-minute thing that I said and then it's.
Do you wanna?
Yes, you, you,
Yeah,
you,
you're
you-
switch
real quick.
I'm not very, I'm not very articulate when I'm unprepared either.
Be yourself.
I tend to like to
Just talk to us.
be good at sound bites and I've spent a lot of time thinking about them.
Well, it's not about sound bites, it's about what you really.
True, fair enough.
Why did you come to HKLJ? Start with easy.